And we say hello now on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line to the new wide receiver in Jacksonville, Florida, part of a free agency bonanza for a team that is just switching things around, to say the least, from coach to roster to trying to turn the page from 2021, exciting in 2022. Former Arizona Cardinal, now Jacksonville Jaguar, Christian Kirk here on the Rich Eisen Show. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate you having me.
You got it. So have you? Are you already in North Florida, Duval? Are you already there? Are you already moved in or moving in? What's your life like right now, Christian?
Not yet. Currently, still in Arizona, which is where I grew up and is home for me. But I'm going to take off here in about a week and a half and go get settled in and get ready for OTAs. But just really excited to get into the building and start, learning the offense and, just getting to work with all my new teammates.
So how difficult was it for you to leave Arizona, Christian?
It was difficult. It was a dream come true, being drafted back here in 2018 and, just being in my hometown. I live, 4 or 5 minutes from the high school that I went to, and it's just all pretty nostalgic, being able to wake up and, drive to, the facility every day, the same street that I took to, go to football practice in high school. So, it was a tough decision, but ultimately, I think, going to Jacksonville, the more I looked at it, was just a no-brainer for me and, just continuing my journey in the NFL and just, putting me in the best, spot to, help, myself, keep ascending in the league and help, turn this team into a winning team like I know it can be.
So was there a chance that Arizona could keep you, sign you? Was there a possibility at all?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a possibility, of me returning to Arizona, along with, a couple of other teams that were in the market as well and, that were interested in signing me. But like I said, ultimately just, really drawn to, what Coach Peterson and, Trent Baalke are building in Jacksonville, and it was just enticing.
So what was enticing? Obviously, dollars and cents are significant. That helps. But what was the message that you bought?
Well, I think number one is, the opportunity to play with, a quarterback like Trevor, who's, a young player with a ton of potential and a ton of talent. I think who showed flashes that, he can be, one of the better quarterbacks, in the NFL. And, like I mentioned, playing under Coach Peterson, but also the opportunity to be, a primary target, in that offense and, just have a primary role and be able to, keep going out there and competing. And so all of it just, for fit-wise and what I was looking for, it just kind of checked off all the boxes for me. Did
you speak to Trevor Lawrence before making the decision? Did you connect with him at any point?
No, not before, but soon after the news broke, he reached out to me and, we've had, extensive conversations and just kind of, building that relationship and, can't wait to, start building it on the field as well.
You going to have off-season workout, just the two of you or a bunch of you guys, like one of those camps that we hear about, quarterbacks and receivers before going into a building?
Yeah, 100%. I know he did something similar last year, and, we've had, preliminary talks about, getting everybody together, and I think it's important, getting all the skill guys out there and, getting that connection down, getting the timing down. We signed, Zay Jones and, Evan Ingram and, some guys added into that room. So it's important for all of us to get on the field and, start building that connection.
Christian Kirk here on the Rich Eisen Show. If you don't mind, I know pages get turned in free agency, but I'd like to turn the page back a little bit. In Arizona, it seemed that finishing seasons, well, not seemed, it's a fact. Finishing seasons were troublesome. I mean, the playoffs were made this year, but it was a brutal day and night in Los Angeles. What do you think was off that led to troubling finishes in Arizona, Christian?
It's hard to tell. Obviously that's the number one question that, we've all asked ourselves is, what went wrong, especially towards the end of the season, and in that playoff game. I think it was a multitude of things, and, it's hard to just sit back and say, oh, it was that. It was just lack of execution from us, and we weren't playing our best football, and, especially to make a deep run in the playoffs, you have to be playing your best football, going late into the year, and we did that in the first half of the year, but we didn't do it at the end. And so I think that was a contribution, towards it all, and along with the other things, but definitely was a disappointing way to end the year.
What type of leader is Kyler Murray, Christian, in the huddle, on the sideline, and so forth?
I mean, he's everything you want, in a quarterback. I think number one, he's an ultimate competitor. You can just see it in his approach and his demeanor. Every time we take the field on Sunday, that he's there to win, and he wants to compete at the highest level and be able to take his game and his team to that point. And so he has a relationship with all the guys on the offensive front, and he never backs down from competition. So I think that's the most important part when you talk about having a franchise quarterback.
So I guess on a scale of nonsense, which is what he called it, to valid constructive criticism, where would you place body language and leadership issues with Kyler Murray, Christian Kirk? Where would you place it?
I would say it's nonsense. People can speculate and read into it however they want, but I look at it as passion. The kid's just passionate, and people show their passion in different ways. Like I said, he just wants to win, and so obviously when things go wrong, it's a little disappointing. But it's good. For me, in my eyes, to see somebody who cares enough to show passion and wants to turn things around and win the football game. That's how I see it.
Were you one of the photographs that got scrubbed and then restored on his Instagram? Were you part of any of those photographs, Christian? Were you?
I'm not sure. I didn't go back and check. I probably was, but I know it's no bad blood. Me and Kyler have been boys for a long time, and dating back to our high school days. So, I know our relationship hasn't wavered.
Okay. And what about Coach Kingsbury, his ability to close games and close seasons? How did you find that, Christian, if you don't mind me asking?
We've gotten better every single year, since Cliff has gotten there. Obviously taking us to the playoffs this year and the year before missing it by one game. You can just see the progress, and there's few cases where, like Cincinnati, where, stuff kind of changes overnight and, the next season you go to a Super Bowl. It takes a little longer to keep building. And, now that he's there for an extensive period of time, I suspect that, he's going to keep pushing those guys and getting the team where he wants it to be.
Christian Kirk of Jacksonville, now here on the Rich Eisen Show. Are you aware that Doug Peterson in Philadelphia had on Saturday nights ice cream for the players? Are you aware of that, Christian Kirk?
I am. He did break that down to me, that Haagen-Dazs is a very important, kind of factor into his pregame routine. So I'll be looking forward to the ice cream nights, the night before the game. Okay.
Have you already forwarded your suggestions? Since you are clearly a well-paid, if not very crucial member of this organization, Christian, have you forwarded this?
I'm not as picky when it comes to ice cream. I'm more of a chocolate chip cookie kind of guy.
There we go. Well done.
As long as we have some fresh chocolate chip cookies, I'll be pretty content.
Oh well, Christian, let's just go next level here. The chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. Mix them both, sir. Do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to mix that into my routine.
And then you I know, Chris, you're already saying make a
ice cream sandwich.
No, that's gluttonous. It's gluttonous. It's gluttonous. This man has to play football the next day. But you have to get the like the chocolate chip cookie dough like bites within the ice cream. Like you have to like, you know what I mean? Like you've got to mix them both and you've got to taste it. You've got to make sure a coach does this right. You have to.
Yeah, we'll make sure to sit down and get a game plan together. So our night before the game, snack is at tip-top shape.
Okay, so at C Kirk on Instagram, do we need to focus on looking at your Instagram to see how you feel about your team? Are you that tight? Are you, because Kyler said that people of his generation, which you are, just take the photographs off from time to time. That's what he said yesterday. Do you do that, Christian? Every now and then, do you cycle through photographs?
There are a few photos. Maybe I'll go back and archive. Aesthetics are big, in our generation, and so everybody's kind of playing with them here and there, just based off of, I guess, how you want your social media page, especially Instagram, to look. But yeah, you can definitely follow me and my journey. I usually am pretty good at posting stuff on my story and whatnot, and see my new journey in Jacksonville.
Okay. I'm a 52-year-old man. When you say aesthetics, that's a word my 13-year-old keeps using over and over again. What does he mean? Can you help me, Christian? What are you talking about, your aesthetics on your Instagram? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
When I think of aesthetics, I just think of like display visually, like how visually pleasing is it to look? That's what I think of when I hear aesthetics, and just the overall feel of what you're looking at. Is it serious? Is it business oriented? Is it hobbies, lifestyle? Whatever, the whole nine. I mean, I guess that's the platform that social media has given us nowadays, the ability to deal.
Right. Well, I'm seeing
it's great. I'm on his page right now. His story. You got some new ink, Christian. What do we got?
Yeah, it's my oldest sister's 30th birthday, and there's 6 of us. So we all got Roman numerals of where we are sibling wise. So I'm sibling number 4 out of 6. So I got the Roman numerals 4 and 6 on my shoulder, kind of added onto it, and we all got it. Just a little sibling bonding for her 30th birthday.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, and who's the lovely young lady on your account as well, Christian? Who do you got? Is that your wife, your girlfriend?
That is my girlfriend, Audacy. We've been dating for 2.5 years now. Mm-hmm. She's awesome. And yeah, I'm on the clock now, so I'm gonna have to change girlfriend here pretty soon.
Okay, you're gonna have to. Yep, you're on the clock. I like the way you put that. It's been years since you've been on the clock. So I see you also are putting out your workouts. I'm looking at the aesthetics right now.
Yeah, aesthetically, this is a great page.
Because my Instagram is occasionally my dogs, my wife. I keep my kids off it. I don't know how aesthetic that is.
A lot of dogs on your page.
A lot of dogs.
I mean, what do you want?
I like them.
I mean, that's my aesthetic.
I love dogs.
Well, Christian's
Did
got
I
a
use that
photo.
right?
He's got a photo with his dog.
Christian, did I use that right in a sentence? Aesthetic? Did I use that properly?
No, that was perfect. You could give off the aesthetics of you love running 40-yard dashes. That's something that you love to do as well. You can put that on there as well.
I could do that, but I'm not as. It's just I don't know how pretty it is. I don't know how aesthetic that is. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference between everything.
The athlete aesthetic.
Okay, very good. And so Christian Kirk, athlete, and I see you already have a photograph of your avatar. Have you photoshopped yourself in a Jaguar uniform? Is that what you did? You did that already?
No, a really talented fan did that for me, and so I asked permission if I could use that and make it as my avatar to make the transition.
Okay, very good. I appreciate it. So now I understand how this all works, and we'll keep an eye on just how pissed off you are at your team if that ever happens. Right, Christian? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever get that from me.
Okay.
Maybe some other guys, but not me. I usually don't give off that vibe.
Well, one way to help is ice cream. So enjoy that. Enjoy your journey. Thanks for the time, Christian, and let's do this again soon. Congratulations on hitting it, and good luck being on the clock.
Thanks so much, Rich. I appreciate it.
There you go. That's Christian Kirk, everybody. New Jacksonville Jaguar. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.